And here we are. We are live, guys. Welcome back to Tabletop Bob. We've got our Division 7 crew here running some Tales of the Valiant.
Woo.
I'm the GM slash DM slash whatever you call it. Kyle, happy to be back. Happy to be here with my friends here, running some fun adventures. Welcome to our next episode. I'm unprofessional. I didn't have my slogans ready. Give me 1 second.
Episode 3.
You gave us so
Go
many
back
last
and watch
time.
episodes 1 and 2.
I know, and these are not bad. These are not bad. I think I did burn through all the bad ones. I think my brain cycled through them. So, okay, I got them right here. All right, good. Where's the window so I can see what I'm doing? Okay, I'm very professional. Okay, welcome to Tabletop Bob, where epics are forged.
Ooh.
Or how about this? This one's good. I like this one. Tabletop Bob, live, love, roll a death save. For the Caverns out there. And then finally, we've got Tabletop Bob, forging realms one session at a time, which I think is really good. That's a good one.
I like that one.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Actually, that might be a keeper. What was that one? Forging.
Forging realms one session at a time.
Ooh.
Oh,
Kyle,
yeah.
you might have a talent here.
That's a pretty good
I told you guys, I just got to burn through the lame ones, and I'll come up with a gem. I'll get it. I'll get there. We got more episodes to go. Who knows?
That's right.
So
throw enough at the wall, eventually one will stick.
Right. Exactly. So glad to be back. Got the slogans done. That's my thing, I guess, now. So we're ready for our next session. The group is together. We're going to be picking up where we left off in just a second. But this wouldn't be an episode on Tabletop Bob without the Tabletop Bob question. So I thought a good thing, we're all experienced gamers here on the show, so I think this is a good question. What's the first thing about tabletop RPGing? What's the first piece of advice? What's the first thing you teach to a new player? We've all been there sitting at a table with our friends and someone says, hey, can I sit in? Never tried this before. And a new person sits at the table and you want to spread this great hobby to somebody else. You want them to have fun and enjoy themselves. Can be a little overwhelming. What's the first piece of advice you give? I guess we'll start with Bob, our illustrious leader who is here tonight.
Yeah.
What's your first go-to thing to teach?
Well, I don't know if anybody else here has done this, but I know Nate and I both teach Dungeons and Dragons, both at school and at camp. So like I feel like I've taught like 1,000 people to play D&D, kids mostly. But I usually just try to tell them not to worry too much about the rules, because like especially with kids, my goodness, you can't really worry too much about the rules. Like you just got to get your character going, and we'll figure it out on the fly. Like, just tell me what you want to do in real life, like what your character would do in real life, and I'll tell you the mechanic, and you'll pick it up as we play. Because especially kids, but I think most people are like this. They just got to learn by doing it. You can't really can't read the whole book. It's like a textbook. I mean, it's going to turn people away. So that's usually the advice I give. Just what would your character do? We'll work on the mechanics. We'll figure that out as we go.
All right. Good answer. Let's turn to our good friend Estelle.
Yeah, I try to, whenever like a friend of mine like tries to start like completely like new to it, I don't know, I just try to tell them to like, just have like a concept of a character and we could figure out the rules surrounding it after that. Like don't worry about whether or not your character is going to fit into the rules, because it's made for fun. Yeah, I haven't had a lot of new people in it around me lately, but yeah, that's my advice. Just have fun with whatever concept you want.
Just as long as they heal you.
Oh no. God, my first time playing a cleric, I didn't heal anyone.
I remember the good old days. The new player is always the healer. Always. All right, good answer. So we're going clockwise from my view. So we'll go next to CJ. Welcome back.
Hi.
What's your answer?
Don't interrupt me while I'm monologuing. That's number one. Remember, I'm the main character. Your character is just there as a like distraction mostly. And don't talk too much, really. Like if you're new, just stay quiet during the as much of the game, and we'll just answer all your questions afterwards. That way, you don't ruin the flow of the game for the rest of us. I feel like that's the best advice I could give anyone. Actually, oh wait, no, the opposite of all of that.
I think CJ
Ask
got the wrong
questions.
question.
Ask questions, uh, talk as much as you want, and just try and figure out, like Bob said, we'll figure out the rules as we play if we need to, especially if you're any new game you're playing. Like that kind of goes for like whether it's a tabletop RPG that you've been playing for years or another board game that you've just picked up for the first time. Just, play through it, try and figure out the rules and come back the next time and fix anything you did wrong or you might have made a mistake on. Just let it go. Let it,
I mean, you're never gonna be perfect. You make mistakes and rules. Like we
Yeah.
make mistakes all the time. Even we play this a lot.
Have fun and roll dice. Don't worry too much about getting it right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's good advice. Good advice. Next up is Nate.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of dice, you're gonna want to buy as many sets of dice as possible. Yeah, you go 3 rolls without a 20, new set.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, for me, coming from a lot of sports and video games, I think it's most important to keep in mind like you don't try to win. And that's like that's a tough habit for like competitive people. But it's not about winning. It's really about like setting each other up and doing like the most fun thing.
Mm-hmm.
And any, it'll always work out,
What if my
and
fun is winning, Nate?
I mean, personally, Bob, I think you know me. I do have a lot of fun winning. But I think it can also be really, really fun to just set each other up and have an epic loss. That's a blast in D&D when it's done
Mhm.
right. So, yeah, I think that's my biggest advice, especially for us
All right.
competitive folk.
All right. Good advice. Good advice. And finally, we have Chris.
Yeah, I think my input is pretty much right along with everybody. It took me decades myself to accept this and to become okay with just having fun. To not munch the rules, never let it get in the way of arguing with the breaking up the game to have a rules argument just to get that one rule, just let it go. Have fun, figure it out, have a conversation after the session and just roll with it. God, it took me forever. There was a game we played back in the day with my friends 20 something years ago called Hero. And it had the most minute rule set where everything could be min-maxed and munched. And oh my God, we had some severe arguments at
Hero.
that time. Yeah, it's anyway, so yeah, just go easy. Have fun.
Awesome advice. Awesome advice. In my experience, like I sort of came back to the hobby in the 4th edition days, which if anybody played 4th edition, the character sheet was like very intimidating to especially to a new player. You really only needed 2 pages, but there's a lot of information, a lot of numbers and all this stuff. So I would typically have a spare character laying around. So when somebody would come and sit, I would just hand it over to them. And the advice that from then up until now, but especially if you're having trouble with your character sheet, these days it's a little bit easier. It's a little bit more streamlined, but don't ask if you can do something. Say what you want to do. And then between all the minds at the table, we're going to figure out a way for you to at least try. And it doesn't matter, don't be afraid of a ridiculous thought, because the more experienced the players at the table are, the wackier their ideas are going to be. So you'll probably be the sensible one.
Yeah.
So that would usually be the advice to somebody sitting down, to to break the ice and help them feel welcome and relaxed. And then the mechanical stuff, falls in. I think we're all in agreement of that. The numbers and the nuanced rules and stuff, we can fill that in as you go, and it's pretty easy to pick up in general. So awesome advice around from everybody. I expected no less. We got a great group here on the show, so I'm really happy to be here. Quick recap. Our last episode, our heroes came together for the first time, met each other, realized that some of their goals may be intertwined, especially the goblin killing part. They used the map given to them by one of the goblin attackers to find the Lady of the Lake, who had convinced Dib, the leader of the goblins, to take up a new profession in professional wrestling and attack the city of Hamelane, or the town of Hamelane. You guys journeyed through the forest and found a new lake, which wasn't there before, inhabited by a water elemental spirit creature being, the Lady of the Lake, who was using her charms and wiles and abilities to ensorcel anybody who happened to stumble upon her to reach her goals of going back to the elemental plane of water. Killed off some goblin, or a goblin. I think the other one got away, if I remember right. And sort of had a scuffle with the denizens of this new lake. Seeing that the tides were not in her favor, she parlayed with you to free her from her exile to the material plane.
We just wanted to get rid of her. She was so annoying.
Yeah, a similar scenario to the interesting gentleman that Elo and Yip met in the woods. That person was from the Feywild, wanting to go home. Undertones of some dark force that may be brewing. But the group helped her go back to the material plane, return to the town, only to be approached sort of towards the end of the evening, before you guys were going to rest and heal up from your wounds from the battle, by a human named Kailana the Shaper, who had a job for the team. So when she sort of announced that she was looking for some hired hands, you were the first to volunteer. So she comes to sit at your table, and I guess I'll put the image of her back up on the screen so people can see if they want. Which is all. Here we go. So she's got that wide-brimmed hat. It's kind of wet from the rain outside. So she settles it down and sits at your table. Yes, Kailana's my name. Frontier inventor. I travel the lands. I have a knack for crafting and using magic and engineering together to forge what the people out here need. They don't have a lot of creature comforts, not many places to go for people to help solve their problems. And I'm sort of the type of inventor that specializes in making what's around work for what's needed. Sort of famous around here, and like one of the servers just comes over with a drink. It's your usual, ma'am, and then sort of scuffles off. Oh, yes, thank you. As you can see, they know me around here. And I've got a bit of a problem. My partner, Wingnut, he is missing. I sent him. He's sort of his role in our endeavors is a delivery guy. He's got a knack for getting my creations to where they need to be when I'm hired to build something for people. He's quick. He's efficient. He's loyal. He's brave. He's my best friend. And he should have been back days ago. He was delivering a water purification device that was commissioned by Michaeloid named Enoch. They're mushroom folk, subterranean. I've done business with them in the past. Enoch is a straight up sort of fella. He's the leader of their clan or tribe, or I'm not quite sure what you would call it.
He seems like a fun guy.
Yeah, yes. See what you did there. Very good. So I need you to find my partner. Preferably also make sure that the delivery happens, if it hasn't already. Wingnut is the best at what he does, but I don't know what fate has befallen him. So I need you to go find him and complete the job if necessary, and bring him back to me healthy and in one piece. And she sort of she puts you can see in the image she has that huge giant backpack. So as she sat down, she kind of set it down on the side, and like some steam starts spraying out of it, and she just starts kicking it until the steam stops. And she says, frontier building sometimes doesn't go perfectly, but that water purifier, I'm sure, is working just fine. Enoch didn't say what he needed it for. He just said he needed it fast. And I specialize in sort of building things under duress hastily. But I don't think it was an issue with the product itself. Enoch would have simply told Wingnut to have me fix it, or if it wasn't to his liking, to his specifications, would have cleared it up, no problem. I'm worried for him. And she kind of pulls out a map. Enoch's village, it's subterranean, it's underground. The nearest landmark on the surface would be a village called Hulgig. When she says that out loud, everybody in the tavern is just like, "Oh, Hulgig, a bunch of snobs. We hate those guys." It's a small town. They keep to themselves. They're trappers by trade, but they keep to themselves. They actually mostly trade with Enoch and his tribe. They're frontiers folk like myself. A little bit closed off, but they get a bad rap. So you may want to start there. If anything, they can show you where the cave entrance to their subterranean Michaeloid neighbors is. Maybe Wingnut is there. I don't know, but I'm really worried about him, and personally, I'm worried about him, but also from a business sense, he's kind of a really necessary cog in sort of my entrepreneurial endeavors out here. He's kind of the glue that kind of holds it all together. So I'm willing to pay, and I'm willing to pay well. 50 gold pieces for each of you on Wingnut's safe return. Little something extra if Wingnut needed your help to make our delivery. That's big money out here. But like I said, he's near and dear to me. He was my first creation, and he's also my partner. So he's worth every gold piece.
So I just want to make sure we got this clear, Kyle. I want to make sure Bob has it clear. Kaylana is essentially, she's a steampunk artificer, something like that.
Yes, yeah.
And she made a creature or a robot Wingnut.
Yes. She describes him. She kind of sketches him. Says he's about the size of a watermelon, with two little wings and one eye in the middle. Believe me, when you meet him, you'll know it's him.
He's a Wingnut, that's for sure. And so he's a delivery guy. He went missing, going to the Myconid colony to meet a guy named Enoch, who's a Myconid himself. And Enoch's village is subterranean next to Holgeg, which is a small town, trades with Enoch and his colony. They're some frontier folk.
Yes.
That's exactly the last time. That's where he would have last been seen.
Yes, you basically have to travel through Hulgig to get to the Mycoloid town. They settled in a subterranean village. Used to be inhabited by gnomes, but they long since left that area, and so the Mycoloids just sort of probably literally grew out of the ground and then just started living there.
Okay.
But they're good folk, very friendly, very outgoing. They love trading with the surface. They're able to travel into the Underdark, so they sort of trade with the surface, and that's kind of how they're kind of like a go-between. Underdark is very dangerous for surface dwellers, so they're sort of the bridge.
Anybody have questions for this?
If this guy's so important to you, why aren't you going on by yourself? Why aren't you coming along?
And what happens if we find him and he is in pieces?
This was not my only contract, so I've been doing the deliveries myself. I don't travel as fast as him, so it's taking me some time. Got to keep the business going. If I'm unreliable, I won't get any more business. And she sort of looks at you, Elle. What was your question? I'm sorry. Say that again.
You said to bring your companion back in one piece, but what if they are not in one piece?
Oh, well, that would be unfortunate. Well, if you find him and he's not in one piece, bring as many pieces back as you can, and I'll do my best to rebuild him. It won't be the same, but the materials to start from the beginning would be difficult to acquire. And of course, Wingnut himself, we've been working together for a very long time. So I wouldn't want to start from scratch. He's one of kind. If bringing him back in one piece is not possible, please just bring back as much of him as you can. You'll still get paid.
Oh, good.
That was what she was asking.
You're
still gonna get paid.
Yes. If he's come across a tragic fate, that wasn't your fault. Just bring as much of him back to me as you can.
I say, I believe we can do this, but first, we must have a team meeting. Excuse us for a moment.
Of course. Take the night. You've clearly seen a little action already. She's sort of looking around to see like your various wounds from the battle in the woods. So by all means, take the night and set out tomorrow. I'll be staying here for a few days. I've got a delivery to make, and then I've got some other contracts to fulfill. So I'll just get to work building those, and just return as soon as you can. Hulgig is about a day and a half march from here.
All right.
And she takes your drink, and I said, I'll leave you to your meeting. Look forward to doing business with you. And she picks up her hat, and she goes over to the bar and sits at the bar and is socializing with some of the folks that are natives of Hamelin.
Well, I like her. I didn't even ask her a question, and she told me her darn near life story. She's great for information.
50 gold is a lot of gold, right?
It is
Yes.
quite a bit.
Okay.
Think of
Let's
all
go.
the books we could buy.
Think about all the glory of Solana we can spread.
Yes?
Those myconids under the ground.
If she's well known and we do this favor for her, we can get a better reputation and get bigger jobs.
Renown is important.
And even more money for Solana.
But what's more important, the utmost importance, is fate has delivered her to us. This is another omen. Something strange. A run-of-the-mill delivery? Intercepted? Impossible. Just a day and a half away from here? Something diabolical has happened.
Clearly not a coincidence.
Not at all. I agree with you, Vigor.
What's diabolical?
The term?
Yeah, Yip don't get it.
Well, Yip, when things are diabolical, it means that there's evil afoot. Not that kind of evil.
Not that kind of foot.
A supernatural kind of foot.
I
mean,
stepped in
evil.
some evil the other day.
A supernatural kind of evil. One that a lady of the lake would be afraid of, if you catch my drift.
Did you intend that pun?
I intend all my puns. Now, I think it's best that we chart a course. Now, she gave us a map or no?
I think it's
yeah,
best
it's,
we go to bed and take a rest.
She had sort of an overland map, and she kind of plotted out. We'll say it's southeast.
Oh, we're going to have to burn the midnight oil, Vigor. We're not going to get any sleep tonight. And he takes out the map and starts like getting out his tools and instruments, and he's just excited for the prep.
There's a safe path. I'm pretty sure we can just take the highway.
I'll read
Right
all
there.
about
Don't have to-
myconids. Here, look. I will mark these pages. And
think-
takes out a stack of textbooks, and he starts giving them out. And he's noting on which pages are like myconids, fungus, things like that. Each of you read this section in the book I'm giving you by tomorrow morning, and we should be well prepared for our adventure.
Elo takes it and goes up to
It'll
the
be a
bar
quiz.
and begins to
47% of your grade.
Elo begins to bet people if he can drink an entire pitcher. But he's got that Aquan abilities. So he can stay underwater for quite some time. And he'll challenge folks to drinking games and then get to bed late and
Okay.
see if people join him.
Do you
Elle
have
would
the
also do a drinking game against him and just
Yes!
use the book.
Okay. This is
Do you
D&D,
both-
folks. Awesome.
Do you both at least take my
okay.
book?
I don't.
I do. I take whatever you give me.
Use it as a coaster?
Yes,
see.
yes, exactly.
I use it as a booster on the bar stool.
So for the actual drinking, let's do, I guess, a Constitution check to see who can hold their booze better.
Ah.
Mm.
Oh, so this is more about like the alcohol intake as opposed to like the breath.
Yes.
Ah, all right.
You think drinking is all about holding your breath?
Well, I was trying to impress with like the amount I would drink,
You could soak it up.
because I wouldn't have to stop with the
Oh,
20-minute
I see.
breath.
Oh, I see. I
You'll
see.
yeah.
get drunk though, but yeah,
Um,
you could take
but I end up getting hammered.
Okay.
I
You're
could not hold my
shotgunning
booze.
beers. Not.
So, Ello, technically, you win the drinking competition because you're right. You are able to imbibe significantly more fluid than anybody else.
Would you say he drinks like a fish?
Hey. So you actually do win the drinking competition. And there's betting happening. So I would say between anybody in the group makes any wagers, I would say, well, this is not a huge town, so I'm gonna say the group wins 4 gold pieces worth of money, meaning some of it's silver, some of it's copper, because these are sort of bets going on in the village, in the tavern while this is happening. So the group's net profit is 4 gold pieces.
What is Vigor doing during the drinking contest? Because I'd imagine that Calvin is trying to you're trying to get away from the table, and I'm pulling you back. I'm like, got your sleeve. I'm like, oh, take a look at this route if we go through the mountain pass here.
Vigor is sitting there he's got the book open, and it looks like he's taking notes, but all he's doing is writing, praise Solana, praise Solana, praise Solana. He's just writing. He's just scribbling in the textbook like a child. All the all the prayers and you know.
Oh. I'm gonna be mad when I find out you wasted all my paper.
Nope.
It's a shame.
So actually, you know what, Vigor,
Mm-hmm.
give me, and I'll say because you don't really want to, so this will be a disadvantage.
Okay.
But give me an intelligence check to see what you learned from the book while you're drawing in the margins. Because if I remember from high school, I picked up a few things here and there just by having the book open. So
That's a 1.
okay. So
He learned nothing.
Nothing.
Mycoloids. Now, okay. The
pictures
regular
look really
D&D name for them is myconids.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
But Kobold Press needs similar but legally distinct, so they call them in Tales of the Valiant. They're called mycoloids. We'll probably end up using both names, but that's basically what they are. They are mushroom folk with a natural, a natural 2, but a result of 1. Yeah, they're mushrooms.
The pictures were really cool. I'm gonna call one of them Toad.
Don't eat them, whatever you do.
So you didn't pick up anything, but you didn't want to. So I guess that's a success. So you wouldn't get a luck point because technically that's a success. But Elo would get a luck point for getting wasted for
That's true.
imbibing way too much, like way too fast. That was really what it was. It's not the volume of the ale, but the
Fair
quantity.
It says here the best way to get to the Mushroom Kingdom is through a green pipe.
What book are you reading?
Where
Where's
you
this
have
book?
to dress up like a plumber, and you have to have a hat with the first letter of your first name on it.
So in the morning, as soon as you sort of wake up in the morning and you go into the inn for your breakfast, and your comrades all emerge from their rooms and you all kind of reconvene in the morning, you're no longer bummed that you lost the drinking competition. Elo kind of stumbles in and like, I don't know what a dehydrated fish would look like, but that's what Elo looks like. He looks terrible.
Yeah,
All
I feel
that
really
alcohol
shriveled,
is just
a little wrinkly. Yeah. Green.
So-
Can I like go like into the kitchen and just make him like a hangover cure of some kind?
Sure, give me a medicine check.
I have proficiency in provisioner's tools, so I can cook.
There you go. Yeah, I would definitely apply that.
And it says that I could use Constitution or something else, Wisdom. So do I just roll Constitution with?
Yeah, and then apply your proficiency bonus.
Okay. That should just be the Constitution. So that's still like a +5. So 23.
Nice. So you also you have field medic skills.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, technically, a hangover is a wound, I guess.
The worst kind.
You know, it does sort of affect your physiology. And so, you know, I'm sure there was a battle where you had to like patch a guy up who was really, really, really bad shape. And you know, it's that thing in movies where the guy always takes a shot before like you pull the arrow out or something like that, or they pour the alcohol on the wound or something. So, yeah, you sort of go into the kitchen. Everybody in town knows you guys. They're fans of yours. You help them. So you guys basically have free reign. And you just kind of help yourself. You know, maybe like because you're so tall, like you hit a pot that's hanging from the ceiling or something like that, but you brew up a little something, mix it into a tea, and you give it to Elo. And Elo, it's basically like Gatorade. It's super hydrating. You feel great. You know, I would say that had you not gotten this remedy, you would have had a level of exhaustion. But this remedy cleaned it right up. You feel great afterwards.
El, you're a saint. Oh,
thank you.
Go right up there with Solana.
Don't
Solana's a god.
Sorry, one right below Solana. Just
dare you besmirch her name.
Elo, please don't try to get me killed by Vigor.
No, I apologize. I'll eat this in my room. And I'm gonna sprint off to make some poison.
First thing in the
Make
morning,
some
after
poison.
a hangover.
Everything's a euphemism in D&D.
Calvin comes down and he goes, "Oh, I hope you've all gotten a good night's rest. Be ready to take the road in just a few minutes. I've got all my maps and charts and notes. I am so prepared."
I might even say over-prepared.
Better to be over-prepared than dead. Isn't that right? Praise Solana. Oh, you
Praise
made me some
Solana.
tea, and I'll drink all of Elle's elixir.
There's definitely some left. Within seconds of drinking it, because you're not horribly dehydrated,
No.
like within seconds, you have to pee so bad.
Ooh.
Like big time.
Well,
You're
you
also
know,
older, right?
when you get older, like me,
Yeah.
stuff just runs right through you. I'll be right back.
For some of us in real life, that's already started. So you guys finish up your breakfast, convene with Calvin, who's got he's got all the rest stops pointed out, and he did Yelp reviews of every roadside taco stand. So he's ready to go. Before leaving, Hamelin is a pretty decent sized town. So if there's anything, provisions, equipment, anything you guys want to purchase before you head out, just let us know what you want to do, and then you guys can set out for Hulgig.
Do you think there's anything we might need for like an underground thing, guys?
Do we have rope?
I have torches.
Oh, we
I
have
do
the
need
And
to
rope.
see.
Do we need any provision? Oh, underground. Do we
Right.
need- we need torches or a lamp.
Who
Are we
can see
going-
in the dark here? Is there anybody dark vision?
I can see fine in the dark.
I have
Yep,
heightened
Cam.
senses.
But not dark
No.
vision?
I don't.
I don't think dark vision is that popular in Tales of the Valiant.
Well, halflings usually don't
I'm pretty
have
sure
it
kobolds
in...
do.
Yeah,
I
kobolds do. Halflings usually don't in D&D, and human
Yeah.
obviously doesn't.
So yeah, I mean, there's a general store. They've got torches. They've got lanterns, lantern oil, any basic equipment you can pick up. Weapons, basic weapons. Probably
Did
don't
we-
have a lot of armor.
Yeah. Did we get gold,
the-
everybody? Did we get gold
Yeah.
from last time? I forget.
I don't think they paid us for that. I think we did that on our own.
Oh no, we need a proper manager.
Yeah. Ello and Yip made 6 silver pieces, then immediately spent it on a party. You guys won a couple gold pieces in the drinking contest last night, and then
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
starting gold your characters would have. I think that's in the backgrounds. It says how much gold.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I probably would have spent as much as I made last night, so we'll just say I broke even.
Maybe a miner's pick might come in handy. What do you think? Perhaps we pick one up at the store?
Sure. Anything in the basic equipment chart, anything logical, I would say you could pick up.
Hmm.
Obviously, it wouldn't be like master crafted, but definitely functional. Any sort of farming equipment, basic, shovels, miner's pick, they would definitely have something like that.
What about rope? How do we look in rope?
I think that's
I have 50
in
feet.
the Explorer's pack, right?
Grab
I
That's
don't
what I have.
I don't think I have an explorer's pack.
I'll grab some torches.
I have 10 torches and 50 feet of rope.
Okay. I'm going to buy the pickaxe, and it's going to look real awkward when I carry it.
Yes.
You're gonna like duct tape it to the end of your staff.
Yeah. It's 2 gold. I'll buy it. I'll carry it. I have enough capacity for it. It's 10 pounds. I think that might come in handy. There's also a shovel, but I don't know if I want a shovel. I'll just keep the axe, the pickaxe.
Alrighty.
All right, that's all I'm buying. Light we got
so-
covered, right, CJ? Or
Hmm?
Nate?
Yeah. I hope we don't need more than 10. Shovel sounds interesting. I
I'm
might.
gonna fall into Shadow Dark roles.
Shadow Dark rules, yeah.
Oh, for those who may not have heard, Bob appeared on a show, a Shadow Dark one shot earlier this week or last
That's right.
week.
Yeah,
maybe?
I did. Yeah, Wally DM. I was playing in their the DM Roundtable group. They do a lot of live streams and things like that. It was a lot of fun.
Awesome.
I'll
Awesome
post
episode.
it down below.
There you
It was good.
go. Alrighty. So once you guys are done with your acquisitions, you can set out to your destination, Hulgig.
Okay.
It's about a day and a half trek. So I'll say that you can do a group survival check. Calvin, you'd get advantage because of all of your prep work.
We
Okay, good.
just realized I didn't have my character open. Sorry about that.
Oh, I still had disadvantage on, but
Oof.
doesn't matter.
Is that another nat one?
Another nat one. That's an
Boy.
actual nat one.
Okay. Well, the Vigor gets a luck point. So as a group, you guys succeed. Vigor gets a little distracted, but you guys are able to traverse. You're mostly on a main road, a trade road. Hummelane's kind of a hub of trade in the area, so the bulk of the trip is on a fairly decent maintained road, easy to follow. It's not until the second morning, after camping out for the evening, pretty quiet. The weather's decent. When you're sort of in the trails to get to Hulgig, because Hulgig's a little bit off the beaten path. So Vigor's sort of confusion and lack of really paying attention. He's also the only one wearing heavy armor, so he does move a little slower. He's carrying more weight. But you do arrive at a rustic town. Let's see. Okay. The bright paint on the houses of this hamlet seems dull in the shadow of the low, nameless mountain that looms behind it. There is no sound of laughter or mirth in this place. Not anymore. The only signs of life are the caws of the crows and the patches of mushrooms growing on the eaves of every door. As you approach, this is middle of the day. So even a rustic village, there'd be a lot of activity. And there is none. The streets are quiet. As you first sort of arrived, the first couple of houses and structures, some wild mushrooms kind of growing everywhere, but no other activity. But you also notice that almost every structure, the doors and windows have been covered with like wood planks or like broken furniture, some from the inside, some from the outside. And as you slowly start to approach, you hear a growl. And then you hear another one. Then you hear several. And you look around and you find that you're surrounded by a pack of wolves.
Oh dear.
And I've got a really dramatic handout. Where is it? I've got things everywhere. Here we go. Now, this image is nighttime. It's the daytime. But I thought the wolves looked dope. So I went with that one. Found it online. One wolf in particular is larger than the others. And it's sort of not like dire wolf larger, but just its frame is a little bit bigger than the others. And that one's sort of taken point. It's a little bit closer to each of you. But there's about 7 or 8 wolves. And they've kind of descended on you. You were really unprepared for this because you're inside the sort of the streets of a normally rustic looking, but still, fairly decent sized village. Like people live here, and packs of wolves don't hang out where people live in general.
Is there
so they
artwork
kind
you
of.
said, Kyle?
What's that?
Was there artwork to show or no?
Yeah, I just opened up a handout. Did it come up for you
It
guys?
did not for me. Maybe they were also...
Hold on. Let me open it again. Hold on. Oh no, what did I do? Oh, I think okay, sorry. Let me do it right. Let me do it again.
You teased the
There
art.
we
I had to see it.
There.
Oh,
Yeah.
hungry like the wolves.
So they sort of make themselves known. They kind of came out of one came out from under a porch. Some came around from another structure. They completely took you by surprise, off guard. You're not surprised, like technical sort of thing. It's just you didn't hear or see them come. What do you do?
I've read that if they act weird like this during the daytime, they may have rabies. Be careful.
Good point. I'm gonna wipe some poison on my spikes.
Ooh.
Which one looks like the biggest one?
There was sort of one kind of walked a little closer to you guys than the others did. The others are kind of making a perimeter, and there's one slightly larger, is sort of in front of you and kind of taking the lead.
Are any of you dog people?
Can I sort of go up a bit to the sort of the leader of the pack and try to intimidate it in some way?
Elle, be careful. Elle, be careful.
Sure, go for it.
Elle, be careful.
What is she doing?
I don't know.
Yeah, I pull out
I'm
my
worried.
blade and I just do a big battle cry at it, and try to be as big as possible.
Ooh.
Okay, go for
I
it.
say, not so loud. I have a headache.
Should have had your Gatorade.
That's true. I do feel better. Elle's breakfast.
Would that be intimidation,
Sure, if that's what you're going for, absolutely.
or would it be animal hand? It's the same thing. Okay, I got an 11.
Okay. So you do that, and the slightly larger wolf kind of stands his ground. But a couple off to the sides kind of they sort of growl and sort of snap their jaws, but they do back up a little.
Ella was slow to think, because he's had a day, but he remembers that due to being half pufferfish and half human, he actually has a beast affinity, and he
yes,
hobbles up next to Elle, much smaller and less imposing, and begins to grunt at the wolves, trying to communicate that we're just passing through, and would rather not get into it with them.
Okay. I would say
I'm able to gesture or sound simple ideas with animals.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check.
Cool. Coming in. Ella's pretty hungover. Oh.
Well, the good news is you get a luck point.
Yes, it is.
Ello comes up beside you and starts sort of doing his thing. You're not really quite sure what he's doing, and you look back towards the lead wolf, and the lead wolf does that thing like when a dog is in the living room and there's a dog on the TV, so it hears a dog but it doesn't see a dog, and it gets all and kind of looks around. It just looks confused by that sort of display. Anybody else have any ideas?
Yip, you're
All right,
a kobold. You can. I'm sure you could do something to them.
Scary. I'm little.
Well, you yip, they yap.
Yep. I don't know. I'll walk up and I'll try animal handling. I'll try and do what Eno did.
Okay.
Aren't kobolds like in history of D&D part dog or canine? They became more draconic.
They used to be. They became more draconic, I think, in
Yeah.
this game. I rolled a 6.
Okay. Do me a favor, Chris. Roll it one more time.
Ooh, 17.
Okay.
Son
So,
of a. Sorry.
You got
I have
to see Yip. He sort of goes over to a couple of the wolves that are sort of on one of your flanks, and he's sort of trying to communicate with these wolves, but it's effectively like like he's like trying to like they like like his in kobold like language, it's probably a little bit more aggressive, but for whatever reason in common it just seems like he's being a little lovey with them, and that doesn't work. But what Yip is not aware of is your little dragonette friend sort of crawled up his back and is like standing on Yip's head and is kind of for lack of a better term, kind of speaking to the wolves a little bit. He's just sort of making little like sort of grunts and sort of meek kind of sounds because he's pretty small.
3PO, what are they saying?
And a couple of the wolves actually back off. They stop baring their teeth. They're still sort of in a tense, but they stop baring their teeth. They stop growling and they back off just a little. And the lead wolf like notices this and just sort of looks to some of the other wolves, and they start to back off also. And they sort of part and let you pass.
Small but mighty.
Was a close one.
Try to gesture thank you. Say something inappropriate.
Well, that was close. Too close.
We could have taken them.
So after the wolves back off, you start to venture further into the town or the village.
I want
And
to
you
say
see
something
off in the
though.
distance towards a couple of the houses. You see two people standing out in the street.
Oh.
And you venture a little bit closer. There's no need for stealth checks. You'll figure this out in a second why. You start to venture a little closer and you notice that they're kind of dressed in kind of tattered clothing. And then they sort of and they don't seem to be aware of your presence, and you get a little closer and you realize that there's something very wrong with these people. They're both human looking, but I will show you a new handout. So a new one should have popped open.
Oh dear.
So this is very The Last of Us. So these two humans or humanoids, they're kind of just stumbling around a little bit, kind of close to each other. They haven't paid you any attention yet, but they have these growths all over them, coming out of their heads, out of their torso, out of their eyes, out of their mouths, and they're just sort of like clicking and twitching. And they're over by one of the structures, and they paid you no mind, but their affliction is pretty clear. You don't have to get very close to notice that, obviously, from the image.
Yip, I was about to say, your friend just saved our lives back there, but we'll have to have that conversation later. My friends, I've read about these creatures. And Kyle, I don't know if I have or not. I'm just making this up. But
give me.
Can I take a history check?
give me a history check.
Oh, I love that.
If I know it, I'm going to tell them the right information. If I didn't, I'm going to make something up.
So you have a theory. there there are certain not a curse, but because this is a little bit more natural than that.
Mm-hmm.
But there are afflictions, poisons. It's like more than a poison, but less than a curse. Right.
It's essentially like you said, Last of Us, where like the fungus can
Yeah.
control like the nervous system
Right.
of a.
Yeah. It's like an infection
Mhm.
kind of thing. And you've never seen it before. It's very troubling.
No,
the
dear,
conditions
no.
people are in.
I've read about it in a book.
They're known as this type of infection is known as a sporeborne.
Sporeborn. They're called Sporeborn. Vigor, Solana, would be very upset by these creations. They hide in the darkness, away from the sun. Their minds corrupted by the fungus. It's rare, but it does happen. I've read about accounts. The fungus essentially controls the person through their brains. They're long gone. They're beyond saving. I fear this is what happened to the town. Again, another ill-fated omen of the end of times.
If these are creatures of darkness, then let us give them Solana's light.
And he pulls out his hammer and he prepares to attack.
Aren't we
I mean-
supposed to talk to the mushroom people?
These
are
aren't
not the
mushroom people.
we're looking for.
But there
Calvin, are they
mushrooms on them.
deadly?
They're beyond saving. Look at them. Look at the spores
Sure.
sprouting.
But what if we just leave them?
They are abominations to Solana's light. They are creatures of darkness. They must be destroyed.
But also, it may be more
Uh,
humane to put them out of
Igor
their...
will charge ahead
misery.
to
Okay.
attack.
Oh, there he
all right.
goes. Oh, there he goes.
Alright,
There he goes. Look,
Sorry.
okay.
he only moves 25 feet per round, though, so...
No, I can move
Um,
30 feet. They
Oh, they
changed
made
that
him
in
move
this
30.
game.
Okay.
All right, guys. Let's see how we're gonna do this map wise. Well, I guess we'll just use this world map that we're on really quick. Hold on, let me grab put a couple of tokens on here. Whoop, that's the handout, not the token. Where is?
I mean, if you don't have a map, we could just do Theater of the Mind.
Yeah, I'm totally cool with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is it? Oh, I got it right here. Boom. And then another one. All right, and they're relatively close together. We'll say one's like over here. Okay. All right, you guys have got. I got. Hold on, I got to clear the old terms. Okay. All right, guys, roll initiative.
All right.
Let's go. Alrighty, so we got Igor, Yip, Calvin, Ello. I think we need L still. Alright, 11. Okay. So now we'll get them descending. Alright, first up, appropriately, is Vigor.
All right, I'm gonna run in with my warhammer, fully
Okay.
ready. And
This attack will be at advantage.
oh yeah, I'm gonna advantage all over this.
Sure. Okay, I'm gonna first, before I run in, I'm gonna cast Divine Favor as a bonus action. And that's going to, so here you go. Boom. So now I deal an extra D4 radiant damage. And I run in, and I get right up to this one. And I swing my hammer.
Okay.
Or I gotta switch all these things. With an 18.
That will hit.
All right. He takes 5 bludgeoning and 4 radiant damage. And he has disadvantage
And it's next. Wait. To the. Yeah. To the. No. Yeah. That's it.
Okay. So you guys see Vigor charge at one of the Sporeborn. Completely disregards him on the approach. He casts a spell which makes his weapon glow with Solana's solar radiance. The creatures don't even act like they are aware of his presence. And he runs up and he smashes one right across the face, and chunks of these growths and protrusions just break off and spray everywhere. And as soon as it takes the hit, it turns like rapidly, like looking straight ahead. So him being a halfling, like it's sort of looking over his head, but it sort of widens his stance a little bit and starts like screeching, like, and making these weird clicks. And then the other one kind of looks over also in Vigor's direction, but not directly at him. From that hit. Okay, so that was that. All right. So next up is them. So obviously the one in front of Vigor is going to attack. It gets 1 bite attack and 1 slam attack. So it's going to do the slam attack first. It just sort of tries to sort of club you as it's flailing with its arms. Oh, will a 14 hit?
No.
All right. So it sort of swings wild. Kind of looks unclear of how tall you are. So it kind of goes wide above your head, but like it kind of grazes the side of your cloak with its arm. So then it kind of like hunches down and then lunges at you with its teeth and tries to bite you. With a 12, which is not going to work. But then the other one charges right at you because it actually doesn't know about everybody else. So it's going to do the same thing. First, it's going to try to slam you with its forearms. With an 8, that's going to miss as well, and then it's going to try to bite you. With an 11, so they all miss. Your armor is able to protect you from the bites, and your size differential allows you to sort of dodge out of the way of the slam attacks, so they are unable to hit you. Next up is Calvin.
I've seen worse fungus on my feet, and I'm going to use Vicious Mockery on one of them. Are they immune to psychic?
They are not. They're not.
Oh. Then take that.
Do they have to be able to understand you?
That's a great question.
That's a really good question.
I think they just have to hear you. But
I mean, I can tell when someone's mocking me in a language I don't speak.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And they used to be humans, so
just flip them off.
They have heightened hearing, so I would say they can hear you. Yeah, I would say go ahead.
All right, you have to make
so that's
a wisdom save.
That's a wisdom save, right?
I believe so. Yeah, wisdom. I'll look it up just to make sure we know. But
they got an 8.
Either way, it would fail. Yeah, if it was unless they have an ungodly like intelligence or something like that. So it's going to do 1 point of damage, but they have disadvantage on the next attack.
Okay. And I'll put a mark on them for the disadvantage.
So both of them had disadvantage? Nice.
Okay. Okay. Anything else?
I'm staying, far back. I'm not going to run up there.
Okay. Elle, you're up.
All right. Elle's just gonna run over there and try to stand guard over Vigor and slash at the first one.
Okay.
Let's see. Does a nat 1 hit?
It does not, but you get a luck point.
I'm going to use my bonus action to guard against the one that I just hit. Yes. So it's yeah. So the first one will have disadvantage on the first attack roll it makes.
All right.
Lots
It's
of
like
disadvantage
protection.
here.
All right. Awesome. Next up is Elo. Hello.
All right. So to avoid this, but Ella will run in again. He is still just so blown away by Vigor, especially just seeing him sprint in, not holding back, dodges every swing they have. I mean, this guy truly is the Goblin Killer. And Ella runs in and he's like, "So, was your mom a mushroom and your dad a human? Like my mom and dad were? Well, I don't know." And then I'll just roll to hit.
Okay.
Leave that for the DM to think about.
They sort of screech incoherently.
Probably not gonna hit an 8.
That will miss, but you get a
Gotcha.
look point.
Excellent. And on top of that, I will do my second attack. A 24.
That will hit.
Awesome. I'll need a Constitution save. And it does.
That's a nat 1.
Excellent. So, it has the poison condition until my next turn. It takes 7 piercing and 3 poison.
Okay. Did you attack the one that Vigor already hit, or the other one?
I'm gonna say the one I'm next to with the heart by it.
Okay. Gotcha.
There are 2 hearts I'm seeing, right?
So-
You're right. They are both.
Yeah,
hearts.
each
I'm
one
sorry.
has an effect. One vicious
the top,
mockery.
the one I'm next to.
Yeah.
And you said there was a total of 9 damage?
10 total.
10 total. Okay. Okay.
Does the poison seem to affect them?
It does. It does.
Sweet.
So Elo's sort of spiked strike kind of cuts the skin. It gets the damage from the physical slashing of the attack. But then also that wound, you can see kind of like it kind of the poison kind of sizzles in the wound a little bit, kind of like peroxide a little. But the creature kind of winces, and as someone familiar with poisons, Ella, you will notice that it does in fact affect this person. This used to be a person.
Yeah. Excellent.
Okay. Next up is Yip.
Yip is gonna run up and help his friend Elo. He's gonna tell Junior along the way to stay close and help when you can, and attack with his rapier.
That will hit.
A 16 is a hit. There's some damage, and also I get a sneak attack. Oh, I gotta make it. So 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Nice.
So the rapier plunges into the infected humanoid's chest, and if this was just a regular guy, this is a death stab. It goes right through the torso, right through the heart. Basically, you even see your blade pop out the other side. You pull the blade away, 0 blood. The wound is open, but the creature's still standing, and it's. Before they were attacked, they were rather inert, and they immediately just sort of got very animated, and they're thrashing, they're moving around, and they're sort of rabid almost. So you know that strike should have killed them, but it is still standing. But you can tell it's been severely weakened and damaged by all these attacks. Chunks of these growths are just kind of falling off, as it looks like this sort of hardened, sort of bony matter as it kind of breaks off and hits the ground. Like it looks like it's rotting. So the creature is still standing, but it is in terrible shape. Terrible shape.
Okay, I'll use my my scurry bonus action to scurry away.
Okay.
10 feet away, keeping my friends between me and the thing.
All right. Vigor, top of the round, you're back up.
Okay. I will once again swing at the guy that I first swung at,
Okay.
as he looks like he took some damage. when I hit him last time. Oh, and I don't have advantage on this one, but the
18 hits.
should hit, and he will take another 11
Woo!
Ooh.
plus one more radiant, so 12 total damage.
Man, CJ, your
so-
guy does so much damage.
Yeah. So
well
similar to Yip, you saw Yip sort of stab the one next to you, with what you would expect to be a kill shot. Similar to what happened there, where you swing your warhammer and you feel like as you connect with its chest, like you actually see like its chest cavity like crush in, like all the ribs just broke. And you can tell very clearly like the sternum is crushed, like major damage. Like a rib bone even like kind of punctures out the side of the torso. Zero blood. It staggers back, almost falls down, but is still up, very unsteady. And it stopped kind of making those sounds that it was making. It's kind of unable to, it looks like, just from all the physical damage. But it is still up and it is still moving around.
Okay. I did forget an additional 2 damage from my manifestation of faith.
Oh, then it drops dead.
It was
So
an
like
additional-
you strike it, the radiant energy in your weapon,
In the night.
boosted by it, and like it staggers and it does all this damage, and then you're kind of looking at it, and it looks like it's about to come right back at you, unsteady as it is, and then like a little bit of sunlight as the sun is traveling in the sky, like kind of like the sun just moves just a little from the building behind you, and a little bit of sunlight hits it in the face, and like its whole face just catches fire, and it drops dead.
It was fate. It was meant to be.
Ella whispers, so maybe there is something to this Solana.
Lana.
Okay. Anything else on your turn, Vigor?
Nope, that is it.
Okay. So next up is the Sporeborn. Elo's right there, so it's going to attack Elo with a bite. First with a slam attack, which will be at disadvantage.
Is this
And
the
then
one I
with a
guarded
bite.
against?
I put one on each.
Alright.
So right, the one from L would be on this guy. The vicious mockery was on the one that Vigor just killed.
Okay,
So the
this-
first attack is disadvantage, which is the
Mhm.
slam attack, which would be a 16.
Still works.
Okay.
Oh, bugger. Didn't
So
see
that's
him
going to be 2 bludgeoning damage.
All right.
And then the bite, that's going to be a normal attack. An 11.
Safe from that one.
So you are able to dodge away from it. You were sort of focusing on the bite. You're like, oh, geez, what is that? So you were like so focused on watching his shoulders and where his head was moving that he
Yeah,
just
I
kind of-
grew up with
came up
sharks
with a-
trying to get me.
yeah,
You know,
short shot
I'm used
to
to
the
the
ribs.
bites.
But okay, so it's the thing's gone, so I'll take that off. Okay, so that's its turn. Calvin, you're up.
Let's see here. I feel like the vicious mockery is really the only thing I have to do damage here, so I'm gonna do that again.
Okay. Wisdom save 11.
All right, 11. That will fail, and I'll do a D4. That's 2 damage and disadvantage on this next one.
All right.
Nice.
And I'll stay in the back. I'm actually marveling at what's going on here. I'm like taking mental notes about these Myconids and the way that they've, not died and how much damage it took. Marveling at my friends and Vigor's faith in Solana, and Gip's scurrying a little dexterous move there. Everybody's stuff, even the poison that affected them. I want to note all that mentally.
You got it. Next up is L.
Oh, I am just going to try to hit with my sword again.
You got it.
Does a 14 hit?
14 will definitely hit.
Nice.
Thank you.
As a seasoned fighter, L, these creatures, had no sense of defense.
No.
They didn't do anything to sort of evade, really, except basically moving around rapidly and wildly. There was no tactics. These were very much like primal, almost like base reactive actions.
There's a delay in their nervous system. I say out loud.
Oh yeah, 11 damage is way more than enough. So yeah,
like, they're nervous.
Yeah, you come up, L, just as the one Sporeborn is hitting Ello with that rib shot. So you kind of come over his shoulder as he sort of winces from it. You come down with your sword, and you like hack a whole chunk of this creature like right off. Like it goes right through the shoulder blade. You don't even feel like the collarbone or any of the bones just shatter almost as your blade goes through. And a big chunk of its body just hits the ground. Again, no blood. And this one just sort of hits the ground, thumps to the ground. So we're out of initiative.
I look at Elle and say, "That's 2 I owe you."
Okay, and we'll take these 2 creatures off the map because they are disturbing.
Fascinating creatures.
So you take down those 2 Sporeborn. And you're sort of getting the lay of the land. You look around for any more, and you don't notice any in your immediate area. It's not like they really tried to hide. These 2 were just sort of standing out in the open, sort of wandering around. But from the building near where these 2 were sort of wandering around, you hear a voice. They say, "Who's out there? Are they gone? Did you kill them?"
They were already dead. We just put
They're
them out of
gone.
their misery.
So he says, "They killed him. They said it's all right. Don't open the door. Don't open the door. We have to open the door. We have to open the door. We have to get him out." So you see you hear like the sounds of like things being moved away from the door from the other side.
And is this a house?
Yeah. It's
Okay, as I hear the noise, I just go up to the door and I gently knock and I'm like, "Hello?"
So it's that thing, like you hear all this ruckus from behind the door. So you go to knock, and like just as it's opening, so like you kind of stumble forward a little bit as you try to knock, and you see the door kind of opens up a crack, and the person behind there kind of stumbles, like, "Oh my god!" Oh! And you see a human male, in sort of average but like kind of dirty and wrinkled and disheveled clothes. He's got kind of like a few days worth of like 5 o'clock shadow kind of growing. And he says, oh, please don't hurt us. We don't have anything. We don't have anything.
We'll be the judge of that.
Did you kill them? Did you kill them? Or is the coast clear?
What?
Please, our friend needs help.
Is
your friend needs
a
help.
little mechanical creature?
What?
friend?
No.
Oh.
Bring your
No,
friend to me. I will give her give them the blessing of Solana to heal them, if they are in need of help.
And
Here's your
from behind this guy, you see about a 19 or 20-year-old human female, and she sort of yes, they killed us. Please help us. And she opens the door all the way, and she says, "You have to help me. Jurek he's sick. He's sick. We have to get him to my parents. They'll know what to do." And you see on the ground, there's a human man, and he's like coughing, and he's like contorting, and he's all sweaty, and he's like soaked through his clothes. Please, you have to help him. You have to get him to my parents. They'll know what to do.
Now, listen. Calm down. I start to assess the room, see what's going on here. I look at them with very, very patient and kind eyes, and I say, "We will get them help." And I turn to the rest of the group. I open my eyes wide, and I'm like, "No way!" Tell us exactly what happened here.
Well, so we started. People in the village started to get sick, and the doctor couldn't help them, and all the remedies didn't work, and all of a sudden they started to turn into them. And she points at the Sporeborn on the ground. Oh, that was my third grade teacher. Oh, they turned into monsters. We locked ourselves in our houses. We didn't know what else to do, but provisions started to get low. We started running out of things. And every time somebody went out to try to get supplies, fewer of us remained. But please, you have to help Jurek. You have to get them to my parents. My mother will know what to do. She's from a big city. She knows these things. She'll be able to help him. He's burning up, and he's in so much pain.
Is there anyone else alive in this village?
Well, I think there's some people at the longhouse boarded up. Jurek and I we were here by ourselves, but my mother and father they run the general store, lots. And if anybody still has food or medicine, it would be them. Dafid, he's Jurek's best friend. When Jurek started getting sick, I found him at the longhouse, and I begged him to come help me carry him to my parents. I can't do it on my own. Please, you have to help. You're big and strong. Look, you have a giant woman with you. Please, quickly, you have to help us.
And what is your name?
I'm gonna just look over at Vigor, and I lean down a lot. What? How do you think he is?
Oh, and can I make a medicine check or
Sure.
Like,
and while Vigor is looking at the person, I'll escort the woman and the man away from the door so he can do this in privacy. Because if it's bad, I want Vigor to not have them around.
Oh, I can't tell.
Anything you can do.
Okay, can I try to then?
Yeah, go ahead, Al. Yeah. The good news is, Vigor, you have a luck.
I don't know what's wrong. Yeah, that's definitely
with
a
an
fever.
8. Well, L, you've got a luck point also. No.
Wait. Can I apply my luck points to this roll? Actually, all of them.
Yes, if you have any, sure.
I got 5. So
Sure, you can burn 3 to re-roll. To do
Okay.
one more check.
Okay, I'll re-roll.
Elo and Yip.
Oh,
Or Elo and Yip.
With
yes.
a 21. So this guy's temperature
idea.
is like boiling. And he's clearly been sick for quite some time. And you're doing your best to kind of examine him, and he can't really even talk. He just kind of moans like, but he opens his eyes for a second. Like, you can tell, like, he gets like a jolt of pain and his eyes open, and you can see inside the eye sockets are not eyeballs. They're those growths that you saw on the Sporeborn outside.
It's pretty clear to me what's happened around here. I don't know if you guys have figured it out either.
Do we send him off to the farm?
Yes.
Let's
the farm.
we'll take
We're
him
about to go meet some
ourselves.
mushroom people.
You stay here. Why don't we have them stay here, and we'll take Jarek to the longhouse to get medicine.
Great idea. I think it's best that
Alright.
we not waste any time.
It's best, I would say, not wasting any time. So we can't
So-
really grab
so we shouldn't
everybody.
be-
It's much easier if we just move as a group without any extra people, just us and Jarek. And you guys close the door behind us and make sure you board it up and don't look as we leave.
The girl says, "No, I'm staying with Jurek. We were to be married. I can't live inside."
I'm gonna go up to her and I put my hand on her shoulder.
This is gonna
That
be
feed is
so
like, "Yeah, where do you
tactful.
want me to go? I'll do whatever you say."
You what's the woman's name?
I just like look like I'm about to give her the devastating news. I'm just like Bagor.
What's her name?
My name is Hylia.
Hylia.
Surely my mother and father can help.
I'm sure they can, and it is in our best interest to not try and bring you and Daufid with Jarek. You know, again, there's so many of those creatures out there. We don't want you to get hurt and end up like them, right? Jarek is already doing so poorly, unfortunately, but
What was he exposed to?
Oh, I don't know. People in the town just started getting sick.
I'm pretty sure I know what happened. The Myconids that you have been dealing with finally turned and showed their evil ways from the darkness that they live in.
Let's not.
Isn't the
let's not
town
jump-
well?
Not jump to conclusions here now, Vigor. I'm sure there's something
Clear.
very, very reasonable behind all this. Perhaps spoiled drinking water or something like that. Why don't
Kailana set us up. She's working
Daphne
with
says,
the
"Oh yeah,
Myconids.
you know, I figured it was those mushroom people. There was a whole bunch of people in town. We had a whole meeting about it, and they were like, "Oh no, they're so nice to us. They trade with us and all that stuff." But it's like, what's their deal, man? So like, yeah, that's probably what it is.
Is one of
Clearly.
the people named Enoch? The Mycoloids.
Oh yes, Enoch. My parents would trade with him all the time. He's the leader of their tribe or their city or their.
You know him well,
Right.
or you know him
Oh.
well?
I've met him in passing a few times. He's like I said, my mother and father run the general store, so they handled a lot of the trade with the mushroom folk. So I mean, I've met him in passing. He gave me a gift once when I was a little girl to be as a token of friendship.
Yip and Elo, maybe Elo, excuse me, Elo. Yip and Elo. Perhaps it's possible that you could assess the safety of the streets. Is it safe to get to the Longhouse, or are there other creatures like this? Perhaps someone with your natural stealth ability could find out rather than us walking down Main Street.
Yep, loves that idea. He'll scurry away right away to go scouting around.
Oh, we'll follow him. And,
Okay, why don't you both give me perception checks?
Was Jarek exposed to this token of friendship?
Well, I mean, it was a little doll, and I keep it in my room, and he's been in my room, and she gets a little embarrassed, a little red faced.
Living in sin.
Clearly, Enoch has been spreading his spores. Jarek got a little too close. These Myconids.
Well,
My-
Jarek worked at the tavern. I don't think he's ever even met the mushroom folk.
But he got a little too close to your spore stuffed animal. Spore tainted.
So Yip, you get a luck point. Ella, that's a very high perception check. So you notice a couple of things. You see a building. It's about 200 yards from the house that you're at, and there is a sign over the door that says "Lots of Lots." It is also boarded up. Sort of deeper into the town, sort of on, not quite on the other side, but pretty close to it, is a structure that's significantly larger and longer than the other structures. You heard it called a longhouse. This is a really long building, so theoretically that would be where that location is. But you also notice when you look back the way you came, you see two things. Way off in the distance, by the tree line where you guys emerged from your trail to come to the town, you can see that pack of wolves.
Ooh.
And they're chilling just beyond the tree line.
Gotcha.
And they're watching the town. But then you also see something else. Where is it? I swear, I'm organized.
Don't worry, I do the same thing every time I play a campaign. I can never find the artwork.
Oh, while Kyle is looking for that part, he is looking for it. Remember to like and subscribe and hit the bell button.
See, CJ's a
Don't
professional.
forget.
He's ready to go.
My favorite thing to do while you're looking for stuff.
So,
Remind people.
stumbling out into the street, again, back where you came, is another humanoid that's clearly much further afflicted than the ones you saw before. It's even like got like an appendage on its arm, and almost its entire head has been taken over by these growths. And it's actually like a little taller and leaner than it. You can tell it's been stretched. It's got sharper claws and things like that. And out of its mouth are like these globs of like wet goop that just kind of fall out of its mouth. And similar to the two creatures you just faced, it's kind of stumbling around, sort of oblivious to its surroundings. So it's not walking towards you, but you do sort of see something like that.
Yeah.
Sort of walking out into the road behind you.
That's scary.
Yeah. I immediately kind of tug on Yip's shoulder, point it out, and then I kind of want to like duck into the shadows and head towards that longhouse. I'll also point out the wolves to Yip, just so that we're both in the know.
Mm-hmm. I don't like that at all.
Yeah. Not my favorite. No.
So you guys are going to head to the longhouse?
Yeah, we're gonna head there, and my goal is to make communication with the people there.
And I think Vigor and Ellen and Calvin are still in the house.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I do have a couple more questions for Hylia.
Yeah, Hylia. Yep.
So Calvin took out his journal and his quill, and he's been documenting everything she said. Like, he sat down at the kitchen table and is just like, and tell me about this person, going on. So he says, when was the last time the Mycoloids were in town? Exactly. Precisely.
As a side note, while that's happening, I'm going to assume she's facing towards him and away from her beloved, and as that's happening, I'm just going to tie a rope around him.
Yes. Good move.
Very easy to do. He offers 0 resistance. Like, his body is stiff, just from like him sort of tensing, but he's very weak.
It's standard procedure.
It doesn't take any real effort. Like, it's more effort to not injure him because he's such in a bad state than it is to get to do what you want, sort of hog tie him or at least bind his hands and things like that. Hylia says,
precisely.
Well, I'm not sure. My mother and father would know better than me, but I mean, they sometimes would send emissaries, or Enoch would come and visit sometimes. We specialize in trapping and hunting, so we would give them pelts and other sort of things. I don't know what they would need with them, but they always seem to be interested and would pay decently for them. It kind of allowed us to kind of be on our own. We never really had to trade with other towns.
Speaking of pelts, there were wolves by the outskirts. Is that a commonplace here?
No, like we are a hunting, trapping sort of profession. Like, most of the grown adults engage in that to some degree. So there aren't very many predators around. We usually clear those sort of things out. We kind of help the neighboring towns and cities by sort of reducing the number of creatures like that. The wolves descended on our town once we stopped going out into the streets. When we started boarding ourselves up, they sort of appeared one day, and it made traveling at night from building to building sort of impossible. We were doing that for a little while, and that seemed to make it easier for us to avoid our fellow townsfolk that have been afflicted with this. But then the wolves showed up, and they would hunt us at night. So then we had to go back to doing the day, and it's just been a nightmare. And we've run out of food, and I've just been so afraid. But now that you're here, you can help. You can help bring Jurek to my family.
Yes, I'm sure we can. The Spore creatures. They seem to have no conflict with the wolves?
I haven't seen any. I don't know.
And he ponders for a moment, gets lost in thought, and then says, "Oh, yes, right. Last thing." He says, My friend mentioned something about this, but there's a creature we're looking for. A small mechanical one. Goes by the name Wingnut. Have you seen him?
Oh, I know who Wingnut is. He works for the inventor lady.
Yes.
Oh yes, he's delivered inventions and machines and things here before.
Yes, Kaylana has sent him.
Yeah, Kalana, that's her name. Yes, we've had to buy things from her. She's very handy. She can make anything. It's really impressive. But
was he here the day that the Mycoloids were here?
Oh, I haven't seen Wingnut for a long time. Maybe a year?
He raises his eyebrows at that. And then, I don't know, I guess we'll...
I have been hiding in my house also, so I don't know.
How long have you been hiding in your house?
At least a week.
Oh, a week, yes, sir. Vigor, I think it's possible to move, Jurek?
I check out L's tying job, and I say, seems that we can probably move him just fine.
Great. I open my robe, again, just slightly too much, and let Beetlejuice out. And I say, Beetlejuice, see if you can track down where Yip and Ello are. And I'll let him fly out the window.
Yeah, he gives you like a thumbs up with his little
His little bat
claw
appendage.
finger on the top of his wing, and he flutters off up into the sky, onto the roof. And
stay clear of wolves and mycoloids. I tell him telepathically.
He's of course. I got to come up with a voice for him. I haven't figured it out.
We'll get it right now.
One of my favorite bats is Bartok from the Anastasia movie. A good sidekick.
Could be a good one. All right, so I send him off to go.
Something to work on for next week for me, isn't it? Is a voice for this bat.
That's your job. That's your job. All right.
Do we reach the longhouse?
You do.
Or do we need... okay.
In your travels through the town, you see even more buildings that are boarded up. Some are like you can tell, like the door was boarded up and then knocked down.
Okay.
You see a few dead bodies. People that look like they've been torn to shreds. But not well. Do you stop to examine the bodies?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll look close.
I wasn't going to. Yeah.
Is
Yip
Junior, you guys?
can
Just
approach.
curious.
I won't even make you make a check. They're not like claw or bite marks
Like wolves.
that you would get from like a wild animal. They're more like crushed skull or like a broken arm, things like that. More rough, bludgeon type wounds than like animal attack type wounds. You do see a couple more of these Sporeborn. You see one sort of in an alley, just kind of facing a wall, not really moving. So you see one walking around the upstairs of a house, like you see it pass by in the window. So you do see more of these sort of signs of what's been going on here. And as you get closer to the longhouse, let me see if there is a description of it. Here we go. In the town center, there is a longhouse, painted blue and trimmed in navy. Well-trodden paths lead to this place. Once it was surely vital to this town. Now the windows are shuttered. Neither light nor voice dwell in this place any longer.
Hey.
As you approach, what do you do?
I'm trying to approach very stealthily.
I will stealth.
Okay. Give me each stealth check.
I will not try. I will do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I rolled so
you
terrible.
get right up to the building. You don't hear anything or nobody addresses you or anything. As you get closer, you get to one of the boarded up windows. You can hear voices inside the building.
Can
Hard
we
to make
listen
out
to
what they're
what they're
saying,
Okay.
but it, human sounding voices.
I want to get to an area and gently knock, and just listen to the voices.
Okay.
Like if they stop, or if I don't know. If I can't really make out what they're saying, I couldn't tell if they're something else.
So you gently knock on one of the boarded up doors.
Mhm.
The door looks pretty sturdy. It does have some like bang marks on it, like where something was sort of hitting the door very, very hard. But this is like a durable. This looks like the kind of place where they would like have, a town feast, or this is like a hardier constructed building. So the door is actually pretty solid. So you can see where something did try to make an effort to damage it, but didn't really do much. It just made some marks. It's still in good shape. So you sort of knock on the door, and you hear someone, Merriwick, they're back. They're slamming on the door. They're slamming on the door. What do we do? And you hear like some rumbling and some activity and some, oh no, oh my God, they're coming. They're gonna kill us all. You just hear sort of frantic, fearful, sort of rustling, from the inside of the building.
I'm gonna try and raise my voice as much as I can to just try and get heard. And just say, um, I'm not a mushroom person, but we have met a few of them and killed them. Um, we were just checking if there are actually people, non-mushroomized people, in this area. We were hoping to bring, I look at you, Jarek, over here.
Someone says, Merriwick, they say they have Jurek. They're talking. I don't think they're infected.
Definitely not infected.
So
That's what an infected person would say.
From under
That's exactly
the door,
what I was...
some flowers start to kind of bloom, like they kind of grow out from the bottom of the door and kind of blossom for a second, and then the door opens. The people inside kind of, guard their eyes like they haven't seen daylight in a while. At the door is a sort of is a man in like you can tell it's like a homemade tunic, like rough stitched, like kind of and slacks, and then there's about a half dozen people inside the longhouse. They all look disheveled. They all look like they haven't had a bath in a while. Their face is a little sunken, like maybe they might be a little malnourished. And they're all very nervous. And the person at the front says, "Who are you? What are you doing here? You'll attract them. What are you making all this noise?"
Oh, I was trying to be really quiet with my gentle tapping, but then I believe you all started to freak out. Introductions. My name is Ello. This is my friend Yip.
Oh. Yeah, many kobold around here.
Yes, and I'm half pufferfish, but that's all right. Yeah, I appreciate you not even taking note. That's nice. We ran into some of your family, I believe. Halea, Halua.
She lives.
Yes, yes, she does, and so does Jarek.
Yes, I believe they are betrothed. Her parents would be happy to know that they are both still alive.
Sure.
Well, Jurek, not much longer.
Do you have medicine? Because Jarek is going to need some. I just wanted to make sure we weren't going to bring over a sick Jarek and there would just be more mushroom people over here.
Unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to study this infection to learn how best to treat it. It spread so quickly. We had to make haste and board ourselves up and protect ourselves.
Understood, yeah.
Please come in from the street before you attract their attention.
Oh, I look at Yip. We were gonna go back and get them, right? We were just checking. We come back with the full group soon, or we could come in now. That's fine. Yip, what do you think?
Let's go get our friends.
Okay.
first.
Yes. Lovely to meet you. Glad you're all human. We were gonna bring you a sick Jarek. Is that cool?
Well, I could examine him, but I worry that we're not quite sure how the infection spreads.
Yep. Yeah. Me either. So we'll be right back with Jarek.
All right. Well, we'll set up something where we can keep him separate from the other people.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Yes. Yes, good idea. Oh, here. I'll toss him some rations.
This will help. Yes. And he immediately turns around and kind of give this out to everyone. Ration it to anyone quickly. Morgul, Penny, Rebecca with a Y. Her name is Rebecca, and they spell it with a Y in the thing. So yeah, a little peek behind the curtain. Yes. Prepare a space. One of the sick is coming. I know. Don't panic. We'll figure this out. These people are here to help. Thank you so much. Yes. Come back as soon as you can.
Of course. All right. See you soon.
Don't make
we'll
too much
head
noise.
back.
They keep to themselves, but if they detect you, they'll turn rabid and more. It may attract more of them.
All right. Sneaky it is. Mum's the word. Thank you.
Weird, because
We'll
Rebecca's
try
usually
and
with an R.
Maybe it's Becky.
Becky.
Yeah, and so I think Yip and I will head back, knowing that our destination is actually people.
And you're able to get back. You saw, the things to be cautious of. As you approach,
Yeah.
you're able to kind of. It's pretty clear these creatures can't notice things until
Were
they're
we able to see
really close.
the really super freaky one and kind of know the location of that one?
You saw them in the
On our way
street
back?
when you left. By the time you get back, you don't see where they were.
Okay.
That's
Uh,
unsettling.
When we get back, I definitely want to convey to them. Well, I can just do it. But,
What did you
Uh,
see,
so-
Ello?
there are definitely people there. A bunch of them. They seem very similar to this lot. They don't have any more information, so we can bring Jarek there. There was a super freaky one of those mushroom people out there.
Well, at
And
least-
we lost track of it. Also, the wolves are kind of waiting for us to leave the town. It seems to perhaps attack, or I don't know. They just seem to be waiting outside.
Well, we still need to discuss the situation with them because we've learned a bit while you were gone. In fact, their family. Do we know the dad and what's the dad's name again?
The mom is Callie and the dad is Stu.
Stu. It seems like Stu here is someone who deals with the Mycoloids quite often, knows Enoch, and has done many dealings with Wingnut. But it seems like Wingnut has not been here for quite some time, perhaps over a year. So this may be a dead-end route for finding Wingnut. But,
We should have asked how long Wingnut was missing for.
that is true. I look back in my
I-
notes.
she would have said he's been missing for about 4 days.
It's very recent,
Oh.
fairly recent, El. Don't worry. Don't worry, El.
It's
Now-
important to get jobs done, okay?
It is very
It's
important.
true.
Now, there's a couple of other disturbing matters that we've uncovered here. Where is Beetlejuice?
He would be like up on the roof, so he could get a vantage point. He would. He indicates nothing near the house. He did spot a few of the Sporeborn that are kind of around, just like Ello and Yip noticed on the way to the longhouse. Nothing of note or danger near the lots of lots where
Can you see the wolves?
Hylia's parents are. If you tell him where to look, he's able to spot the wolves off in the distance in the forest. They haven't moved. They're
It
just kind of chilling.
seems, and I tell this to Elo, and this might spur on the conversation by saying, it seems as though the wolves also patrol the streets, and they seem to be in some sort of symbiosis, or at least some sort of an alliance with the Myconids. They do not fight them.
Perhaps the wolves know how to avoid getting infected by it. Perhaps it's this space, and we need to get out of this town right away.
We can't leave these people here like this. Vigor, is
could-
Jurek ready to move?
Yes, he's been ready to move ever since the last time you asked me if he was ready to move.
I've said it like every few minutes, probably. Yeah.
He's been ready to move ever since since L got him
Secured
ready for
him.
moving.
Yes. I'll close my book and put my quill and everything away and prepare to go. Hylia, listen. It's best that you stay here. We'll take Jurek with us. We'll get him to the Longhouse. Do you want us to tell your parents anything at Lots and Lots?
Oh, well, perhaps if you're taking Jurek to the Longhouse, maybe I'll check in with my parents and I'll find out if they have anything that might help.
Wait,
What do you guys think?
I think she's coming with us.
You think so?
I would prefer to stay with my betrothed, but
I mean, as long
if
as
it
we're
will help
quiet.
him, I can check in with my family at their store to see if they have anything that would help him.
And Dafid?
Well, looks like you can handle anything that comes around. So I'm gonna go wherever you guys go because that's probably behind you's probably the safest place to be.
I have a bad feeling about this, but okay. If you guys are okay with it, I think maybe we just go.
There are safety
Okay.
numbers.
Indeed.
Yes.
So, the Lots and Lots. Did you see that store?
We did. I may have forgotten to check in that one. I was distracted. There was a very big, scary mushroom person to be way further along than the ones we knocked off earlier. Did not check in there, but it was boarded up. But I leaned down to you. The door was kicked in, right?
Yeah.
The door.
Yes, it was. Yes.
Yeah. I don't think the Lots and Lots is doing well, actually.
Take
I
to the Longhouse then.
Yeah, perhaps right to the Longhouse. We might want to skirt around Lots and Lots, actually.
They're all the survivors are at the Longhouse. Yep.
The Longhouse it is. You sure, Hylia? We can't convince you to stay. It's safer here than traversing the streets. It's...
Well, if my parents are gone, then I want to stay with Jurek. He's all I have left.
All right. Let's go.
Besides, if I'm all by myself and one of them comes around, or those wolves, I'll be defenseless.
Do you have any weapons?
A kitchen knife, maybe?
That's good. Bring it with you.
Dafid's like, oh yeah, I got this pretty good stick.
Here, I
That's
give him
not
the I give him the miner's pickaxe.
This is a much better stick. At the
Who do
ready.
you give the pickaxe to, the guy or the chick?
Defeat, yeah, defeat.
Okay, I'll turn to the lady. You can use this, and I'm gonna hand her the short bow that I got from the other town. You
Okay.
can borrow this.
Oh yes, my mother taught me how to shoot one of these. I'm not an expert, but I can do it.
Sweet. All right, let's head to the Longhouse.
All right. Elo and Yip can point out sort of the danger spots, so you guys can get to the Longhouse. When you approach, you announce yourselves. They open the door back up again, and you can carry Jarek back into the Longhouse. They've set up a spot with like a tarp or like a sheet on one of the tables, not much comfortable than the floor, but they're making an effort. You bring them in. One of the older gentlemen runs up and hugs Dafid, and then sort of consoles Hylia a bit. Oh, when we heard of Jarek's fate, we thought the worst for you, sweet Hylia. I'm so glad that you're still alive. We haven't heard from your parents in a while, but if I know your mother, they're holed up in there and they're just fine. If anyone can survive this, it's her. And they sort of, they let you sort of lay Jarek on the ground or on the table.
Who was carrying Jarek? Was it Elle?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Merriwick kind of starts examining him. Elle, with your background in sort of field medic training, Merriwick is doing all the things you would expect. Checking his temperature, looking at his airway, checking his glands, listening to his heartbeat, just kind of, he doesn't have a stethoscope, but, so he's doing all the things you would expect. And he says, and then he opens his eye to see what you saw. And he says, I'm afraid it might be too late. And everyone's like, oh no. And it's like concern from all the townsfolk. The infection has spread significantly. Once these physiological changes start, I don't think they can be reversed.
Who's saying this right now? Is it
Merriwick? That was the guy that answered the door.
Yeah, he's not the dad though. The dad is Stu.
Hylia says, "Oh, yes, Merriwick is very knowledgeable in the ways of medicine and treating things like this. He's sort of who we go to when we're ill. We don't have a doctor."
Well, you're in luck.
Mostly
We have
homeopathic kind of stuff. This is kind of outside of my expertise.
We
I got
have
some
a doctor, I say, and I look to Vigor. Vigor is one of the finest healers in all of the land.
It is Solana's blessings that allow her grace to continue. It's through her blessings. I wouldn't say I'm a healer so much as that I am a channel through which the divine energies of Solana can heal those who are inflicted with the darkness that she is meant to snuff out.
A conduit, one might say.
A conduit.
Yes.
That's the word I'm looking for. A conduit for Solana's energies.
As I've said, he's quite a healer. Quite a healer.
You notice, Vigor, as you're sort of saying these things, that one of the women in the longhouse, it's Rebecca with a Y. She's clutching a small symbol of Solana that's around her neck. It's a little wooden pendant, painted yellow.
I see you are a follower of Solana as well.
Yes, and Solana has brought you to help us.
And yet you blaspheme her by not covering your face and the rest of your body in the darkness because you are not worthy of her light until you have fully reached the potential.
Well, we haven't gotten to that part of the scripture in our studies.
Soon you will be there.
Oh, that's very different than what I was taught. And she kind of walks off.
Vigor's more of an Old Testament kind of guy,
Why did this start happening?
When did what start happening?
The first people who started getting sick must have been at least 3 weeks ago.
Wow.
We just thought it was an illness, like a bug spreading through the town. That's happened before. We used the usual methods, the herbs and teas and chicken soup. But they started getting sicker and sicker, and then they started lashing out at their loved ones and growing these protrusions. Oh, it's horrible. These were our
Kyle,
neighbors, our friends.
Kyle, sorry to interrupt. I just want to have Beetlejuice go circle around up top and warn me if any creatures come by.
You got it. And then Dafida says, I bet it was But they said it might be the mushroom folk. It said it might be the mycoloids. And I think you're right. These are totally mushrooms that these people are turning into. Yeah. What's going on with that? And then kind of rouses the people a little bit. They get really angry.
Grab your pitchforks. Let's do this.
Merrick says, everyone, let's not jump to conclusions. We don't know where this came from. The mushroom folk has always been kind to us. There's no hostilities. There's no reason to think that they could have had something to do with this. I don't think it's something we should ignore, but violence is not going to solve this problem. Give me a little bit more time with Jurek. I might be able to come up with a theory at the very least. But the sun is starting to go down. The wolves will be back. This is what I suggest, if you would be so kind. And he looks to all of you.
Let's cut right to the chase here. The problem may stem from the mycoloids, but I doubt that they were malicious enough to spread this to you on purpose. Perhaps the key to finding out what's going on is through negotiation with them, talking to them. We need to go and see if they're facing similar troubles. Where does Enoch and the rest of the mycoloids reside?
And this is common knowledge for the folks in Hulgig. So they're able to guide you to. There's a cavern beneath the mountain. It's about an hour or so trek out of the town, and the cavern leads straight to their city.
Perhaps they're facing the same sort of ailments, or perhaps it's worse for them.
I mean, technically, we're above them right now.
Right.
But the only way down is through the cavern.
We have to use the pickaxe and go straight down. They'll never expect
it. I think the best thing for the rest of you to do is to stay here, out of trouble, out of sight. Stay safe behind your walls. Solana's light will be able to see over all of you soon. But right now, streets are dangerous. As you said, the wolves will be out. You've lasted this long. Stay here. Let us go to the caverns.
So it was like the townspeople like, yeah, you don't have to convince us. So they start preparing and tending to Jarek as best as possible. Hylia is sort of clutching his hand, clearly very, very worried. Merriwick will give you the directions on how to get to the cavern. Rebecca with a Y is talking to another villager in the corner, clearly distressed by this new knowledge of Solana's teachings. As you guys exit.
Before we go, I just want to make sure that keep Jurek in a separate room from everyone else, and don't let more than one other person into that room at a time.
And the bindings are for your safety.
Yeah, keep him bound.
And here, wouldn't want you to not eat enough. I'll give them 3 more rations.
Oh yes, and they immediately sort of divvy them out, and they like they do their best to kind of retain their dignity, but these people are clearly very hungry.
They're desperate. They're eating fish food.
Hey,
and I'll give him water
it's
as well.
Part human, part fish food. Thank you very much.
So using Merriwick's directions, you start making your way towards the cavern. You notice a couple of things on the way out. A few more of the Sporeborn are kind of wandering around. You see there's a fishery that's boarded up, and there's a couple of sort of rowboats leaning on the side.
I scowl at it.
Yeah. And you sort of a couple more buildings. You don't see any other people or any signs of any other people. And then you start making your way to the cavern. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna move you guys to a map. Bob, when this map comes up, don't zoom in very far, because this is a really low res. It's like a cropped image from a cropped image kind of thing. So if you get too close, it doesn't look very good.
Okay.
It's really out of focus. But
I see what you meant,
you
yeah.
guys should see yourselves at the very top.
On our way to the cavern, I turn to Calvin and I say, so, do you think that leader, Merriwick, was it? You think he's being honest about everything, or you think he was jerking us around?
I laugh at the pun, and I say, it's very useful to be cautious and wary of strangers here. I do think that he's concerned for the people, and perhaps, being a man of science like I am, knows that Jurek is too far gone. But I will say this. There's something evil that's befallen this place. We have to find the root of it, or there will be no end. It may spread to our village.
I hear fungi have pretty lengthy roots. Might be tough.
You did well today, you and Yip.
Yip.
Perhaps you'll slaughter some goblins soon.
One can only dream, am I right?
That would be great.
And where is Yip Jr.?
He's been hanging out with you guys. He'll like periodically will jump like on Yip's shoulder.
Yip Jr.
or something like that. You know, he's kept up with you guys. He's with you.
Yip, what did Yip Jr. say to those wolves on the street? I've been pondering that since we got here.
I'll ask him in Draconic.
He just sort of looks to you and
which
he
means
said he told them to be our friends.
It was a different dialect of Draconic. It was more primitive, primal. But I guess it worked.
Yeah, it worked.
What I find strange, and I pose this question to everybody, what I find strange is the wolves were able to form some sort of agreement with the Myconloids, or the Spore people.
Yeah.
They don't seem to have any conflicts in the streets. They patrol. This relationship troubles me.
I question the lack of predators in the nearby area, and then suddenly there are wolves here, as well as the spores. Seems two different actions by nature here.
Yes.
Well,
yes, El.
I'll say, it definitely possible, but I'll say on my reef, plenty of predators worked in tandem to help each other out, in fact. It was a mutual relationship, a beneficial bond. Perhaps they've developed that, or perhaps it's something fishier.
He ponders this, standing still, and then realizes he should be moving. To the caverns.
Indeed.
Maybe we'll run into some druids.
Druids would help. Alright, so I see the map, Kyle. Is this the cavern area?
yes. So where your tokens are would be the entrance of the cavern.
Okay, great. Is it simply like a cave entrance?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what will be our marching order? I assume
go
Vigor will
first.
want to be towards the front.
Well, do we want
I'll scout ahead.
And near the front.
The scouting did work pretty well before, if we want to send Yip up ahead.
Yeah.
He can see in the dark, so maybe he can just make sure there's no immediate threat, and then we can catch up periodically.
Yeah, oh, CJ, nice.
I will cast light. I forgot I had this. I bought
Why did we
torches
buy all
anyway,
those
but-
torches?
I bought all these torches, but I totally forgot I had this spell. Because of course Solana would bless me with her light. And I cast it on my Warhammer, so that the Warhammer glows with the light.
Okay.
Out of jealousy, I will light a torch and hold it in the same hand you're holding your Warhammer in. Try and match your light.
All right, I will stealth and sneak ahead about 40 feet ahead of them.
Okay. So you get to this bend over here. Oh yeah, nat 20. Oh yeah. So
Damn.
this part, not a lot of noticeable features. It's just sort of a cavern entrance and a tunnel leading, always a slight slope downward. As you get to this turn here, there's a couple things that you notice. There is a dead body. Looks like it's basically been bludgeoned to death. It is a male body. He's got a little pouch around his neck on a little leather cord. And he's got a vial of alchemist fire, and so he's got like a jacket on. He's got a vial of alchemist fire in the pocket.
Ooh. I'll take that.
He smells pretty bad. He's been here a couple of days.
And I'll examine the pouch. What's it look like? What am I getting?
It's just a small leather pouch on a leather cord.
I'll cut the cord and take the pouch off. And
Okay.
I'll pocket the vial and I'll head back to these guys. I'll give the pouch to Vigor. Maybe this is religious.
Could be. And I'll take the pouch and I'll open it up and see what kind of contents it contains. What is...
There is a ring in the pouch. Where is the description of the ring? It's a simple gold wedding band. Is there an inscription? That's a good question. Is there an inscription?
Seems his wife killed him for taking it off.
There is no description. So it's a simple gold wedding band. Yep. Probably not too expensive. It's very thin. So not much gold in it. Like it's not like a. Probably not very expensive. Maybe 2 gold pieces worth of gold.
Let us continue.
I'll just shrug at that and just go on back to scouting.
It is
All right.
clearly of a religious symbol. The wedding, marriage, divine sacred vow between 2 people.
So you go back to where the body was, and you can see just around this bend there's 3 paths, one to the left, one to the right, and one straight ahead.
Okay. I'll kind of slip down the one to the left. You want another stealth roll?
No. So when you say left, you mean the map's left, right?
My left.
Here. Okay. Because you're going down. Oh, okay. That one. Okay. Gotcha.
Left, right?
So let me pull that up so I can give you a proper. Bound in a cage hanging from the ceiling, a man in rags withers and cries out for help with a ragged voice. Below him, a humanoid figure blossoming with mushrooms circles about a pile of rocky debris. So what you see is, hold on, let me clear the map for you so you can actually see, and then I'll describe it a little bit more. There is a cage hanging from the ceiling. right here. There's a man in it. Sort of pacing around it in a circle is one of the Sporeborn that's got the advanced mutations, for lack of a better term. Just kind of walking around the cage. And the guy in it is kind of whimpering. He's breathing hard. Like you can notice like he's straining to breathe. His beard is really long and kind of unkempt and scraggly. And there's some like loose rubble on the ground under the cage. The cage is about 2 feet up off the ground.
Yeah, I'm gonna head back and tell them what's going on there. I'll describe the whole scene. Guy needs help.
Oh. Well, let's go kill this thing.
We must
One of the
approach.
scary ones.
Oh. Well, then we must approach with stealth and precision. And oh, there goes Vigor again.
Someone needs help.
Yeah, I'll go with Vigor.
Clunk, 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 clunk.
Chainmail's a little bit difficult to stealth in.
Yeah. You know, for the hell of it, how about we try to roll for stealth and see what happens?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Alright, I got disadvantage on this.
Ooh,
6.
Is that cool, Kyle? Can we stealth it?
13.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So L, you trip and you clang your sword on the wall. Clang! Like
yeah, I tried like crouching down and I just kept like tripping over my own feet. Like, this is not how to be stealthy.
But other than that, you guys feel like you're moving around pretty quiet. Vigor, you're doing a good job of like holding the chainmail as you walk, so it doesn't kind of jangle as much. But then you hear L's sword bang on the cavern wall, and it makes a pretty good noise.
I'm being stealthy.
I would say once it makes that noise, the Sporeborn that's over here stops. It doesn't move towards you, L, but it just stops. It's sort of pacing, as if, you know, it's been alerted to something, but it hasn't reacted yet. But you can also hear from this direction the sounds, the sort of clicking and groaning sounds that the Sporeborn were making coming from this direction.
We can make these tunnels work for us if there are many of them.
Good idea. What if one of us draws them in?
Let's kill the one here and rescue this prisoner.
And Kyle, did you say that we made noise? Like we probably wouldn't be able to get the jump on the one with the prisoner?
Yeah, it's been alerted to something when L's sword clanged on the wall. It hasn't like run towards you or anything. It just kind of stopped moving. So it is on alert. And you could tell from the ones you've already faced that their senses are kind of dulled. They move more instinctually than anything else. So it's on alert, but it's not moving towards you. It's not specifically aware of you and the group.
We have to be quick. If we get hemmed in there, it'll spell doom for us all. We must strike fast and hard. Are you ready?
Got it. I immediately sprint towards the creature.
Oh, there she goes.
Okay.
All right.
Should we pause it here, Kyle, or do you want to?
Yeah, I think that's a good spot to stop. We'll start next session with the initiative and all that stuff.
Oh, there they go. All of them now.
Yeah, I think this is a good spot. Okay, you guys have entered the cave. This is awesome.
Excellent job, Kyle. This
All
had
right.
a real cool vibe to it. This one.
Yeah. This module came out when Tales of the Valiant was still in beta testing. And as soon as I read it, I was like, oh, this is so great. It's really good. That's only going to get better too.
Oh, I can't wait.
Super psyched, guys. Another great session.
Yeah, it's fun.
You guys did great. This was a lot of fun for me. I hope it was for you. I hope it was for everybody watching. Join us next week. Same division time, same division channel. Right here on Tabletop Bob. Thanks again, Bob, for letting me do this. Always appreciative.
Awesome.
Have a
Thank
great
you.
night, everybody.
Good
Bye,
night.
guys.
Bye.